All my friends don't care about everything as long as you got a story to bring. We'll take you along, take you along, take you along to some other places.
I just got into my room and it's actually pretty nice. There's quite a lot of people here. I guess there's a farming seminar going on or something from Finland, but yeah, it's actually really good. I'm ready for bed. I just took a shower and kind of unwound after such a long day, and I just finished filling out my eAPIS. You have to do this every time you cross the border, and this is my first time doing it alone, so I wanted to make sure everything was ready to go. I laid my clothes out for the next day. I always do that. It just makes my morning much more smooth, and I'm excited for tomorrow. There's quite a lot of weather tonight. Hopefully it passes. It's a snowstorm, and the DA20 doesn't have any kind of like de-icing or ice equipment, and it does not fly approaches. It's not IFR, so I'll have to be VFR this trip, and I'm hoping for the best. Just got dressed in my warm clothes and about to head out the door to the diamond factory.
We'll be alright, we'll be alright for 2 or 3 days. But after all the conversations have died out, I'll play the music from the beginning, and then we all just see it again.
Right, so I am here at St. Clair Airport. I just cleared customs. It was quite the adventure getting here. There was some snow that I had to get around out of London, so I didn't record that part in the GoPro just because we had to get out pretty quick. But yep, just cleared customs. It was pretty smooth. They were very nice, and now I'm on my way to St. Louis, hopefully. We'll see if I get there with the time. And ready for takeoff. Yep, I'm on the right comm. St. Clair traffic, Diamond 224 Alpha Sierra, entering runway 28 for a southbound departure, St. Clair. We're at final, clear upwind, got a slight crosswind. Alright. Final checks, everything looks good. Full power on the center line. Alright, airspeed's alive. Gauges are in the green, looking good. Here we go. She loves to bounce. Alright, gauges still holding good. Alright, takeoff flaps coming up. Fuel pump coming off. Fuel pressure holding. Got some birds up here. Clear traffic, Diamond 4 Alpha Sierra, just departed runway 28 and heading to south, last call. See you. Really blasts on up here, doesn't she? And I do have the Detroit Bravo coming up, so that's why I selected 2,000 for my altitude. Also helps with the wind. The lower we are, the less headwind we're going to have. Right now it's showing about like 6 knots, which is exactly what it said on my brief, so that's good. The higher we go, it gets all the way up to 20, so I don't think we're going to do that. There's 2,000. Really notice you need a lot of nose down trim in this airplane. Making sure I'm completely clean. Traffic still looks good. Right, and we're on our way. Very exciting stuff. Alrighty, so I chose not to get VFR flight following. I don't really need to from here since I've already crossed the border. So yeah, we're just going to be hanging out. Got about, there's 2 hours here. I have enough fuel, I might be able to go a little further, and again, just really hoping to get to St. Louis tonight, but if I don't, that's okay. I'm not supposed to fly at night, so I won't be flying at night. And yeah, everything looks good on our plane as well. I'll check in a little bit.
We'll know it's the right time to think of what we can do.
My glasses on, the sun has finally come out of the clouds and it's going to be in my face the whole way. So this time I also remembered a hat. Last time I had to buy one because I did not bring one. And with Diamond you do have this great canopy where you can see pretty much all around you, so that does make for a little more sun getting into the cabin. Just about to go underneath the Detroit shelf and chugging along nicely. It's just a little bumpy down here. May try to get above this like scattered cloud layer in a minute here after the Bravo airspace. But yeah, just hanging out. Looks like Another hour and a half to go for our fuel stop. We're at about 3/4 tank. So, doing good, but as you can see, it's a little bumpy. Just realized it was Halloween yesterday, and I actually spent Halloween in a hotel room. But I had the thought, I kind of feel like a little witch on a broom right now with how like small the DA20 is. It's small but fast. I'm making about 125 true, maybe 2,400 RPM. Yeah, I mean, I actually really love this plane. You can go basically as fast as a 40, and I'm showing 20 knots of a headwind, and there are some scattered clouds. I'm sure you can kind of see them behind me here, 3,500, and it actually feels so much better up here, so we're going to hang out at 3.5, and I've got Ann Arbor to my left. I've actually never landed there, but I have some family from Michigan that grew up around this area. So yeah. Looks like I have about an hour and 20 minutes left. Literally counting down the time, but I only have until about 6 p.m. today, so we will see how far I make it. But since we're hanging out here for a little bit, I can go ahead and talk about the eAPIS and filing one from Canada to the US. And when I initially did it, I accidentally made it as a commercial flight. Commercial meaning part 135, even though this is kind of a commercial operation because I'm ferrying an aircraft for a sales company. The aircraft sales company I work for is called Premier Aircraft Sales. I'm sure you've seen them on my profile before. I've been working with them for about almost 2 years now. I initially was just doing some media stuff for them here and there, and then I actually joined as a contractor full-time for their media team. So if you follow their Instagram, Premier Aircraft Sales, that is me posting on there. Keep an eye out for that. And I've loved working for the company. The people who work for Premier are just awesome. The CEO, Travis, is awesome. And the chief, also, his name's Cam, he flew with me and showed me the ropes for this trip first. So everything could go smoothly, so I'm happy I did that. Diamond, they have like a really open floor plan, so you can just see the assembly line, and it's pretty amazing to see the aircraft like in all different stages of assembly. So if you ever get the chance to see the factory, it's really quite an experience. The team there are always really welcoming. They got me lunch today. Just made it really smooth, made sure I had everything, and made sure I was ready to go. I have loved working with Premier and Diamond. It's been quite a ride. About the eAPIS. So when I first filed, I filed accidentally commercial, right? This is a private flight, so I had to re-sign up. Make sure that when you do your arrival time, it is the specific time you're going to arrive at, because first you need to file an eAPIS, which you can find if you just Google online. It's pretty easy to find. And then you have to secure your landing approval. So you don't just file the eAPIS, make sure the airport knows you're coming. So we called them, and because of a snowstorm, we had to delay a little bit. So when we made our call, we told them, okay, we're coming at 2:45 instead of 1:45. And the guy on the other end said, okay, sure. And we got that all done. I got my flight plan filed. For some reason, my phone didn't get any internet, so I actually went on flight services and filed with them, and he was super nice. I had to divert to the south a little bit for some icing and just kind of a heavier snowstorm to the west. So I went down south first and then cut over to the west. And I was talking to Canadian ATC until they kind of drop you there a little bit in the middle if you're going to the west from London. Then I picked it back up on the U.S.'s side, and I closed my flight plan with them. Make sure you close your flight plan. If you are flying into the U.S. and have to fly into customs, that's a pretty big deal. And once I landed, the agents were super understanding, but yeah, no one told them that they were supposed to be there at 2:45 instead of 1:45. I've been waiting there an hour, which was very kind of them. I guess I showed up right about when they were going to leave. So I'm glad that worked out. All right, so I decided to call it safe and just land at Fayetteville, which is Purdue University. About 10 miles out, I'm like a quarter tank. I didn't really like how fast that was going down. I'm coming in, and I just picked up the weather. I picked up Mike, and about to call tower. And I'm currently 2,900, descending for 1,600, which is pattern altitude. Purdue Tower, Diamond 224, Alpha Sierra, about 10 miles to the north of the field with Mike inbound full stop.
224 Alpha Sierra.
3 north for right traffic, 23 at 4 Alpha Sierra.
4 Alpha Sierra traffic, departing runway 23 at this time, northbound is the Skyhawk.
I'll keep my eyes out, 4 Alpha Sierra. 23.
Traffic 11 o'clock, 2 miles westbound on final for runway 28 is a Skyhawk, 2,500 feet.
Alright, I know how I'm entering. He's just giving me my instructions. I'm reporting at 3 miles for right traffic 23. 1907. So we have a nice crosswind too.
Better 99 traffic 8 north of the field southbound 2,600
looks
feet
like
is a diamond.
Looking for traffic, Bear 99.
Better 99,
That's
verify
us.
you're climbing through 2,200 now, or
2,400, Bear 99.
Yeah, it looks like this is our stop for the night. That means tomorrow I'm going to be getting up super early to make sure I cover some ground. Plus I fly at night. And I've got my airport in sight. Just going to double check. I've got in sight, 4 Alpha Sierra.
4 Alpha Sierra, roger. You can enter a right base, runway 23. Runway 23, clear to land.
Right base for 23, 23 clear land, 4 Alpha Sierra. Alright, on my right base. For my landing light on, fuel pump's coming on. I gotta slow down for my flaps. Beep, and mixture is coming full rich. Our pre-landing checklist in this plane is pretty short compared to the 42. Slowing down, start trimming my nose up since there's a ton of trim.
Better 90, back to the upwind.
There's gonna be a left crosswind.
Lafayette Tower, produce 63.
Alright, runway confirmed.
363 Lafayette Tower, port 3 Mile Lake, left traffic 23. Better 95, you're number 2 to follow. A diamond on a 2 mile final runway.
I got someone to the left of me. Stay away from my plane. Alright, I'm all the way to idle. Shit.
Tower, Bear 97, only
Got
short
some
2,
birds.
ready for south departure.
Better 97 Lafayette Tower.
There was a lot of birds, but I didn't hit any of them. Tower, please be advised, there was a lot of birds on the approach end of 23.
Better 95 and 654 pop out. Utilize caution, birds reported final runway 235.
And flaps are down.
Report pop out, figure number 2, follow Skyhawk 1 mile right base.
Number 2, looking for traffic, 654 pop out.
Flaps coming up. Right turn 28 and right turn for Bravo for 4 Alpha Sierra.
For 4 Alpha Sierra, contact ground 1-1.9.
Over to ground, thanks for your help, 4 Alpha Sierra. Alright, I got ground on COM 2 already loaded. Pretty ground, Diamond 224 Alpha Sierra. We just exited off Bravo from 23 and we'd like to taxi to the FBO for Purdue.
Diamond 224 Alpha Sierra, Lafayette ground, you said you want to head to the FBO?
The FBO, yes, 4 Alpha Sierra.
Diamond 4 Alpha Sierra, taxi park via Charlie.
Via Charlie for 4 Alpha Sierra. Alrighty, we're here.
So I landed at Purdue because the sun is setting and I was running out of fuel, which I'm happy about because I got a free cruise.
Turn right onto Aviation Drive.
And I have directions going on too, sorry. But yeah, they gave me a cute little Mazda for free. I get to keep it overnight, which is really nice. I look like I've seriously been through something, which I guess I kind of have, but yeah, I landed okay. And
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Airport Road.
And I'm turning left onto Airport Road. This is a little bit unsettling, I'm not gonna lie. That's a lot of ravens. I have an entire house to myself, so I think I'm gonna be okay. Wow, this is probably the biggest hotel room I've had in a long time. I even have a kitchen with a stove. That's absolutely wild. So you guys might be thinking that this room was super expensive, and actually it was like $150, and it was the only one available. Everything else was booked out. So I think I got kind of lucky, and I'm going to be okay for the night. I'm gonna go take a shower real quick, and I think I'm gonna get Chipotle. I'm feeling Chipotle tonight.